Okay, let's unpack this a bit. Can giving your money away actually make you, well, wealthier?
Mm,
Now, I know for most of us that sounds completely backwards, right? Like uh, financial blasphemy almost.
definitely counterintuitive.
Yeah. Every bit of advice we usually get screams, save, invest, hold on to it.
Accumulate, accumulate.
Exactly. So the idea of intentionally letting go of cash, especially when you're trying to grow financially, it just feels wrong.
It really does push against the grain.
But what if? What if the sources we've been digging into are onto something profound here, a kind of paradox?
That's what's so interesting.
What if intentional generosity isn't just, being nice, but maybe a strategic way to unlock financial abundance for you?
Yeah.
So our mission as we get into this material is to figure out how this surprising idea might actually be a real path to, well, prosperity.
It's a really powerful idea. And what's striking, looking at the research, is that it's not suggesting some kind of financial magic trick.
Okay, good, because that would be good. Yeah.
Right. It seems grounded in basic psychology and how we behave. Our sources talk about studies where deliberate acts of giving, even small ones, seem to literally, well, recalibrate the brain.
Recalibrate the brain. How so?
Well, think about it. We often operate from this default setting of scarcity, that tight, slightly fearful focus on what we don't have.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
And that mindset can make us miss opportunities, right? Makes us afraid to take risks.
Mm-hmm.
Generosity, though, when you do it intentionally, with confidence, it actually starts to shift that default. It moves you towards thinking more in terms of abundance.
Okay, abundant thinking.
And if you connect that to your financial life, well, that shift, that cognitive reframing, that's where smart financial moves can really start.
I see.
It makes you more aware of possibilities, maybe more willing to take, calculated risks, and it helps you offer your own value without that constant fear of not having enough.
That idea of recalibrating the brain, that's fascinating.
Yeah.
But it's also a pretty bold claim, wouldn't you say?
It is.
For someone who's maybe naturally cautious or someone who's genuinely felt that financial pinch, does this mindset shift feel like truly achievable?
That's a really important point.
I mean, how do the sources suggest you even start practicing this if you're maybe stuck in that scarcity mode? Because it sounds great, but making that leap, it can feel huge.
Absolutely. And that's where the nuance in our sources really comes through. It's not about suddenly flipping a switch overnight or pretending your current situation doesn't exist.
Right, not ignoring reality.
Exactly. It's more of a gradual thing, a behavioral shift. The research often points to starting small with consistent actions.
Small and consistent, okay.
Yeah, but think of it less like writing a giant charity check and more like a steady, almost tactical practice of generosity.
Tactical generosity, I like that.
The sources suggest you begin by simply acting as if you have enough, maybe just slightly more than you currently feel you do. It's not reckless, it's a deliberate, strategic.
Okay, so building on that insight, that whole rewiring effect, the practical question is, what does this really mean for your finances day to day? The main takeaway, looking across all this material we dove into, seems to be that this isn't about just, giving money away without thought.
No, definitely not reckless.
It's about generosity that is fundamentally strategic. And this can look different for everyone, right?
Absolutely.
It could be setting aside a specific percentage of your income, say 1% or 5%, just dedicated to giving.
Or it might not even involve money directly.
Exactly. It could be non-monetary things too, giving your time, offering mentorship, maybe connecting people through your network.
Leveraging what you have, essentially.
Right. And the benefits, according to the sources, are surprisingly tangible. Generosity, it seems, demonstrably builds up your social capital.
It fosters trust.
And trust is huge in finance.
It really is. It strengthens relationships, which, in the long run financially often leads to more collaboration, more opportunities. Basically, money tends to flow where trust grows. That makes intuitive sense.
What really stands out is this recurring idea.
Yeah.
Generous people often think bigger. They tend to think more long-term.
Future-oriented.
And it's often those long-term thinkers who end up, well, winning with money.
Building on that exact point, the next step our sources often suggest is, okay, how do you actually do this? How do you put it into practice?
How to.
Yeah. And a challenge that comes up quite a bit in the material we looked at is basically this. Try giving something away this week.
Just try it.
Just try it. And it doesn't have to be huge. Maybe it's, $10 to a cause you believe in,
Okay.
or maybe it's making a meal for someone who could use it. or even just offering a valuable tip or some free advice to someone who can't afford your full service right now.
So small, actionable things.
Exactly. But here's the crucial part, and the sources really stress this. Do it and then just observe. Don't expect some instant magical payback.
Right, no cosmic vending machine.
Precisely. The idea is just to notice what happens. Notice any shifts, internally or externally. Opportunities, sometimes really unexpected ones, they often seem to show up when you start genuinely acting from that place of already having enough.
When you project that confidence, that abundance.
Yeah, when you put that energy out into the world.
Okay, so let's leave our listeners with this thought then.
Yeah.
If really embracing this mindset, this strategic generosity, actually shifts how opportunities come to you,
Mm-hmm.
and if it's about these small, consistent actions rather than, grand gestures, what could that mean for the choices you make every single day?
Yeah, how does it change things?
And maybe more deeply, how might acting from this place of abundance fundamentally change your journey, not just towards financial growth, but maybe towards a richer sense of well-being overall?